So here we are. I backed this car in here yesterday and started taking things off. And we have a engine that is hanging here, not touching the body. We managed to get the header out from below. And removing the starter and the oil filter housing, the distributor, things like that give you a lot more room to work. Now this still has the fan on it. Usually you won't see the fan without the radiator because basically without this removable fender that this car has, you'd have to remove the fan and gash up your knuckles to get the radiator out. But with this removable panel, you actually have the radiator entirely removable from the side. So now just a matter of raising this up without knocking anything around. We got the axles out, of course, sliding them out of the differential and the CV units. This car had an irritating oil leak, and you can see the backside of the block totally dry. What I've brought it down to here right now, I don't see any other than I have a defective CV joint. These are sealed on the inside so that the splines don't leak through. But every now and then you find one that's either taken a beating or just a defect in the way that sealing cup was installed or something. So oil basically slips out the spline, gets into that unit, and then drips out of the boot. And that's really what it looks like was happening here. Unfortunately, that's just bad luck. But we'll proceed to pull this engine straight up without touching the body. And we'll see if we really feel like going after it. We could probably have the subframe out and the troublesome steering rack out before the day is up. And there we have it. It really did come out of this car. Here's our engines hanging here. Let's have a quick look here to see if we can find another source for this oil leak. And you can see this is right out of the car. I have not gone after this and cleaned it. Timing cover has a little drip of antifreeze, as we've drained, of course, the water pump and everything, but does not appear to show any oil drippage, nor out of the bottom, nor in the area between the case of the transmission and the front plate of the engine. All around looking good. Of course, our little weep hole here at the bottom, free and clear on the flywheel housing. It's an interesting view of it hanging up here. Let's take a quick look. Differential, the output shaft housings, the differential itself, the seal, the troublesome seal at the bottom looked really good from the underside. So really we can see splatter here, and that's axle spinning, and that's the side that we've suspected over there. That guy over here is having the inner makings of that CV unit is allowing oil to get out the splines and into the boot area where it's maybe then thrown all around. But we'll see. We'll dig into them both. There was a time here when these CV joints that were available were pretty crappy quality, frankly. I know on the Moke that I built, within a few months we quickly destroyed a pair of those, enough that I had to pull it up and change them out. Well, we'll set this on the table. We'll know more as we go, but an interesting view to have it hanging here over its Mini. We managed to do this without a scratch either to ourselves or the Mini. That's a little additional bonus.